So who said that they're going to be leader? Elril? Or was
I
it
vote for Liam.
Liam? Okay, I'm just going to put
All right.
Liam on the map.
Hello. Liam is now leader of this party of tiny dragons.
Do you want to leave from Whiteman Cove or do you want to leave from Ruined Oak?
Yes, we're gonna leave from White Moon Cove. And the information was that it was to the south of the Ghostwood March.
Yes, to the south of the Ghostwood March near the mountains.
Okay, party. Well, okay, if that's the square over there, that's where we're gonna be heading.
That's roughly where I'm guessing it would be.
All right, party up. Do we have any good scouts among us?
I'm really good at leading us places. I can't see very well, though. Not in the day. It hurts.
Then you'll be leading us places.
My new companion, the dragon, is very good at scouting above us.
That is great to hear. Then you two will be doing the scouting. Are we missing anyone? Because I see 4 people and our little dragon.
Yeah, so one person had to bail last minute, and Core will actually be coming, but he's going to be coming later on in the session.
All right.
So I need a survival and perception, please, in the tower, and we'll get moving. Survival. Okay. With that, let's get going. Give me, if you're traveling along the road, you can give me 2 hexes.
Road.
Uneventful. So you can give me another hex or another 2 hexes if you're traveling on the road. Awesome. Another hex. Another hex.
Okay, party, be on your guard because last time I went this far, we ran into some big enemies. Or we didn't run into them. We saw tracks of them.
So all of a sudden, you are marching and you realize that the sun's getting very low in the sky, and it's probably time to set up camp, unless if you want to march on through the night. So if you're setting up camp, I need a survival roll and I need a perception roll from everybody.
From everyone?
Survival and perception from everyone?
Yep. Yes, please. Perception from everyone.
And you said it would be considered nighttime now?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What was that?
Would it be considered nighttime now for purposes of sunlight sensitivity?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Oh, I rolled a disadvantage assuming we still had sunlight.
You can re-roll if you'd like.
Thank you. This is Shard, by the way.
I have placed you guys in the marching information order on the party sheet. First row is first watch, second row is second watch, third row is third watch, and fourth row is fourth watch. So place yourselves into those 4 rows, please.
I'll take first watch.
Okay, perfect. Shard, as you're looking out and kind of watching everybody sleep or rest, you notice that there's a giant marble statue about 10 feet away from you, half buried in the marshy swamp that you guys are camping in.
This is during my watch, yes?
Yes, sir.
Alright, Shard is going to cast Mage Hand and poke its nose if its nose is visible.
Your mage hand seemingly goes straight through the statue.
Can I cast Prestidigitation and cause a mark to appear on it?
Your prestidigitation, as you cast it, it seems to not have an effect on the statue.
Alright. Shard is going to kind of confused walk over to Obsidian, her brother, and wake him up and be like, "Bro, there's a weird statue."
Statue? Where? Is it dangerous? Is it coming for us?
It's just over there.
Now that you've turned and woken up Obsidian, and when you look back, you'll notice that the statue's face has changed. Before it was kind of like a straight face, and now it's kind of like a grimace.
What? Why is it making that face at us? Is it trying to hurt you?
It wasn't making that face a minute ago.
Obsidian will go over and kick Liam in the side of the head. Say, wake up! Wake up! There's a statue.
What the frick? The statue? Okay, Liam is gonna roll over and get up, and he's gonna go over and take a look at this statue.
While he's doing that, Obsidian will run over and kick Elril. Say, Elril, statue. He makes weird faces.
Okay. And I need to be awake for that?
Who knows? You can go back to bed. And Obsidian runs over to Liam and starts staring intently at the statue.
I'm just gonna turn around and go back to sleep.
You can swear that you see the statue's eyes kind of following your gaze.
I'm gonna rub my eyes and try to discern what this kind of statue is. Also, I'm gonna cast light on myself so I get some light on this statue.
As you cast light, it would shine and you'd see closer. The statue seems to be pretty flawless marble. I just got some dirt on it here and there. And it's half covered and kind of half sunk into the marsh lands. Other than that, it appears the same as you saw in the dark.
Is the statue some kind of motif of anything, or is it just a person?
It appears to be a person wearing kind of armor and has got like a long billowing cape, or you think it would be billowing, but it's like half buried in the marshlands.
Obsidian, realizing that he forgot to do something earlier, has 10 big juicy red berries appear in his hand, and he runs over to Shard and says, "Here, hold 3 of these," and then runs over to Elril, sticks 2 in his pocket, gives 2 to Liam as he walks back, and sticks the remaining 3 in his back pocket. Or in Obsidian's back pocket, and gives 2 to
Shard is going to, just after receiving some good berries, she's going to pull out her sling and fire, try to get a little rock to hit the statue.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll, please. Seemingly, you actually do manage to hit the statue. I mean, it's standing still. It's a pretty big statue too. But your rock seems to go right through the statue and out the other side.
That's odd. I'm gonna activate detect magic.
It appears as though the statue's made up of some sort of illusion and abjuration magic.
Obsidian walks closer, a few steps closer, and just tries to put his hand on top of its head.
Okay.
Wait. Obsidian.
Um, as you put your hand on the top of his head, you notice that your hand goes straight through it, and seemingly, you get a really bad headache. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save, please.
In the open.
In the tower, please.
Okay.
All of a sudden, as his hand goes through part of the statue, um, Obsidian, you feel your body, kind of your eyes shut, and you fall over, and your vision goes black. You are currently unconscious.
Does Shard see this happen?
Yes.
I'm gonna immediately pick up Obsidian and take Obsidian away from the statue.
His body appears to be inanimate. No signs of resistance from you pulling him up and lifting him away.
Is Obsidian alive?
You'd have to give me a medicine check.
Yeah, that was kind of hinting towards it.
You have the suspicion that he is still alive, but you're not really sure of his current vitality or his current health state, besides the fact that he's alive.
Is he stable?
You're not sure.
I'm gonna feed him a good berry.
Okay, mark that off of your sheet. And Obsidian, you have to kind of force him to chew the good berry and push it down his throat. He still appears to not be moving.
Shard is going to run over to her brother and just kind of kick him in the ribs, like, wake up.
He apparently it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's probably gonna leave a bruise tomorrow, but other than that, it doesn't seem to do anything.
I'm
Hey
gonna look at the
guys, can you
statue
keep
again.
it down? I'm gonna try to sleep here.
There's a problem.
I'm gonna turn around and see Obsidian on the ground. Oh shit! What happened?
Is the statue still there?
The statue is still there. Interestingly, under your light spell, you're able to see um, blood kind of leaking down from its eyes and dripping on the floor.
No, that's not disturbing at all.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is what the statue that we're talking about earlier. I'm gonna inspect it closer. I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna look it over, like walking around it, trying to figure out something while I still have my detect magic up.
You don't detect any type of magics besides the one that's currently being the abjuration and illusion magic. That's it.
There's nothing else I can discern about this statue.
Not from your detect magic spell now.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to hint to what I want to be doing without calling out the role I want to roll.
Are you trying to investigate it? I mean,
I'm trying to investigate or do an arcane check on it to see if I
okay.
know something about the magic.
You can give me those if you'd like.
I'll give you the arcane.
Yeah, you don't really know too much about the type of arcana that might be used to do this.
Are you sentient statue? It's not sentient, guys.
Sentient statue?
It put my brother to sleep.
Oh, yeah, it did. Did I not say that out loud? I might not have been pushed to talk when I asked the statue a question.
No, you did not.
Are you sentient statue?
The statue appears to be just doing its same old thing. You can swear that it seems to be looking at you, but other than that, it doesn't appear to be talking or moving or anything.
I'm gonna poke it with my knife. Or my dagger.
Your dagger seems to go right through it.
Shard is going to look around the immediate area and just kind of ignore the statue right now. Just kind of looking for anything that might be threatening to her now pretty much comatose brother.
You can give me an investigation roll.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you seem to find other little kind of heads up above the marsh. They seem to be much more deeply buried than this one, out and about.
Can I use my mage hand to try and like slap them or something?
You can, but as your mage hand gets close to them, similarly to this current statue, your mage hand goes straight through them.
Hey guys, there's more statues over here.
I'm gonna walk over to the void shard pointed out. Is it the same statue or is it different face from the first one?
Different statue. The face appears to be that of a elven female, with billowing hair and a scar on her right cheek.
I don't know if trying to destroy the statue will have any effect on bringing Obsidian back.
Maybe we just gotta bring him far, far away from these things.
That was my next suggestion. Good call. Errol,
Yeah.
we're gonna move Cap.
All right. This is weird. The normal
It is.
illusions I know disappear when you like touch them, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make a new camp somewhere else.
We're gonna move away from this place since there's so many statues around here.
So
I also had an idea that I wanted to try out before I leave. I wanna make a silent image of a sword, and just have the illusion sword stab the statue.
With that, the statue seems to break. The sword seems to cut off the head or stab the statue, whatever you're doing.
Hey, the fuck? This is more than silly.
That was unexpected.
It was.
Shard is
how-
gonna look at Obsidian and see if breaking the statue done anything.
No, in fact, as a little bit of time has passed now, you would see Obsidian appears to be getting closer and closer to the same marble color as the statues have. The skin color seems to be changing.
I'm gonna keep. Oh my goodness.
I don't want my bro to be a statue, please.
I don't know how to solve this. I'm not a healer. I don't deal with this kind of
I have healing
shenanigans.
spells, but I don't know if they will help.
Do you have anything to remove curses?
Nope.
I'm gonna try to stab Obsidian with the illusionary sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll a percentile dice, please. In the tower.
Tower coming up.
Okay, go ahead and roll a attack roll.
Using my
No, just
spellcasting ability, or
just straight up give me like a d20 at advantage.
advantage. In tower?
You're out in the open.
I didn't catch that. Tower or open?
Oh, sorry. Out in the open.
There you go.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a 2d6 for damage. You do 11 points of damage to Obsidian.
God, oh God's sake! For crying out loud!
Do we see the damage? Like, does it actually cut him?
Yes, it does. But instead of blood coming out, you see a little bit of blood, but it seems to be the insides where he's cut him have all turned to marble.
What did you do?
I don't deal with this kind of shenanigans.
I'm gonna try to cast Cure Wounds on Obsidian.
Go and one sec. Go and give me percentile dice in the tower, please.
One second. Where are these? Where do I find them?
Right
you
click
right-click
the
the
D10
D10.
and you'll see a percent symbol. Click that, it'll give you 2 D10s. You roll them in the tower.
There we go.
Ellery, right as you're going up to cast your Cure Wounds, you see Obsidian's body, some of this marble kind of residue kind of go back and fade into his normal skin color. Right as you cast your Cure Wounds, go and give me die rolls, please. Okay, you managed to heal him for 12 points of damage. So he's at full. Yep.
Does he seem to be less marble now, or?
He seems to be a little bit less marble, but there's still marble residue, and kind of his skin's gradually shifting to be more and more marble as time goes on.
Do it again, please. Please.
Okay, I'm gonna try it on second level.
No, you would know that the cure wounds, the effects happen before he casts the
okay.
cure wounds, not after. After the cure wounds, it's just some of the little bits of marble that were cut into were made flesh, and the cure wounds healed the damage that Liam caused.
Shard is going to point to Liam. She's going to say, "Stab him again."
If you want to, I'll.
Not hard. Don't kill him, please. Just
No,
just
I'm
stab.
gonna try. I don't want to kill him with the stab. I just want. I'm
What
gonna.
happens if he... If it's the same with the statue? Like, he just disappears.
I don't know. I have no clue if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna have my sword stab at the marbly part on obsidian.
Okay, go ahead and give me go ahead and give me a percentile die roll, please. Alright, seemingly this time your sword goes straight through his body. Does not seem to have an effect with it.
He seems to be more real than unreal this time. The sword did nothing. I'm gonna go and look if there's any other statues close by, or I'm gonna go up to the statues that Chod found.
Yeah, I mean, there's just the statues that Shard found. They're kind of laying all about. Their heads are kind of buried beneath this kind of rubble and marsh area.
I'm gonna have my illusionary sword stab each and every one of them.
Okay, with that, you are chopping down on them, and the statues break with relative ease.
Shard is going to kind of step up to her brother, if that's all right, and throw up some acid onto him.
Go ahead and give me a percentile dice for that. All right. Right before you throw up some acid, you see Obsidian's skin get incredibly marble, and you can no longer see any of his veins and vasculature on his skin. Instead, it's basically a pure outer layer of marble. Go ahead and give me the damage for the acid. You managed to do 1 point of acid damage to him. And you see that the acid seems to have clung to little tiny fragments of where his flesh wasn't exactly marble. The other places where it was marble, the acid just goes straight through.
Shard is at this point going to be crying and trying to hold any part of her brother that's left.
Your arms seem to go straight through his skin, and you kind of press your hand on what appears to be some wet, gooey insides of his body before like recoiling.
Is anything happening to Obsidian?
He's not. He's all marble now.
Oh Lord.
And not even real marble, it's just an illusion somehow. We can't even pick him up and carry him back.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but the sword seems to be working, so I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna recast Silent Image and change its shape from a sword to a giant bottle of healing potion.
Okay. Um,
Healing didn't work.
you, I assume, are trying to put that on Obsidian?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my action to pour it over Obsidian.
Okay, go ahead and give me a percentile roll. Okay, you managed to pour it over him, and he heals for.
Like this is a giant bottle. I can do a 15 by 15 feet
Okay,
bottle.
fine. He heals. He heals to full HP. He is still unconscious.
The marbly part.
Yes, the marble part seems to have some bits of damage and stuff seem to have been restored.
This is beyond me. I'm just gonna keep pouring my giant bottle over it. I can't do anything else. I have no healing spells.
What physical object can remove curses? Does anyone know that?
Shard doesn't.
Do
He
I
can
remember
create
of
an
anything that
illusion of an
can
object
help
that can
against
remove curses.
curses?
Oh, good. You see, Obsidian's flesh very slowly. Some of the marble on his skin. There seems to be patches of regular flesh kind of being exposed.
Do I know of any items that could be close by to find that can help against curses?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on your character's background, and there might be some stuff nearby, but nothing that you're probably readily available. You have a feeling that he probably doesn't have too long before this marvel is going to set in.
Did I maybe heard any stories? I have a proficiency in history of cursed persons, cursed people, and miraculously removing the curse by some item. Do I know any stories about that? Maybe.
You can give me a history for that. Yeah, you appear to know of several things that can get rid of powerful curses, but they're a long way from here, back on Faerun.
What items would that be, for example?
Well, I mean, you don't necessarily know about this particular curse, but generally, curses there's spells and various magical effects, potions, and things like that that can remove powerful effects such as various nefarious curses and such.
Okay. Liam, can you think about creating a potion that removes curses and try to make that an illusion? I have no idea how such a potion should look, or if it works, but it has to be some kind of illusion to work, right?
I have two ideas. I'm gonna try yours first because it sounds more same than my idea. Here it goes. I'm gonna reshape my bottle again to something. I'm gonna just use imagination as hard as I fucking can. Oh, sorry. To make a potion to remove curses.
All right, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I'm gonna focus so hard that I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos. This also means that my wild magic will activate as soon as I am done with this potion.
Yep. So you cast. Give me percentile dice. And with that, you manage to pour some of the remove curse potion that you've imagined, and it seemingly seems to partially work. You're not sure that you got it exactly right, but you can see some of the marble on his skin disappear a little bit. One sec. Oh, and give me a wild magic roll, please.
Yeah, it's coming. Okay, we swapped location.
So would that be the location of the bottle, or would that be the location of obsidian?
So obsidian, the bottle on him would have spot, but so unfortunately, at this current moment, you see obsidian skin. You get incredibly marble, and he appears to be exactly kind of a replica of the statues that you've seen before in the nearby issues. Any kind of life, semblance of life coming from him seems to dissipate entirely.
No, I want more ID. I want to try one more ID. No.
Maybe it's not too late. Try it.
Shard is going to go and try and hug her brother.
Don't cut.
touch it. I'm gonna.
This is what she would do.
I'm
gonna
gonna
try to
grab
stop
Shard
you.
by the neck and just hold her away for one moment while I'm gonna cast one last silent image. And this is gonna be the most dumb silent image I've come, except the giant potion one maybe. I'm gonna make a silent image of obsidian as obsidian, but not marble, and have it coexist with the current obsidian's illusion marble statue.
Give me a Arcana check for that, or not Arcana, performance. Performance. Yeah, that sounds right. Performance.
Performance coming up. Tower or
Tower.
open?
Okay. You managed to create a pretty consistent, consistent and lifelike image version of him. It appears not to be marble, and it seems to be kind of right next to the statue. Right as the statue's last little bits of marble are encasing around obsidian. Obsidian, go ahead and give me a. I'll let you do any mental stat, your choice. Save out in the open. DC to hit is 13. And with that, you, Obsidian, you see your eyes, as you were getting transformed into a statue, you see kind of out the lens of a statue as to what you would imagine. But you feel your consciousness kind of being subverted and moved to this new lifelike image from this silent illusion or silent image spell. And suddenly you can feel your body and everything's intact. And seemingly you have a little bit of a dazed and confused state. And you're going to take exhaustion 1 as a result of that. But otherwise, you're all right.
I'm gonna hug Shard and just let Shard go.
Shard is going to run up to the new, what was an illusion a moment ago. I'm not sure if it is now, but she's going to run up to it and hug him, crying over his shoulder.
So, okay,
Yeah, I know the feeling. I did not think that would work.
so I'm dazed. I just stopped being, or actually, I don't even know that I was a statue. Saw the outlines of something around my eyes. Fuck. Shard, what happened? The last thing I mean,
I told you not to touch it.
Touch what?
Shard is just crying hysterically into your shoulder.
It's okay, little sister. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, you did it.
Is there now a Shard statue?
Seemingly, the statue appears to be marble, just like the other ones.
Obsidian. Yeah, the obsidians. There's an obsidian statue here next to us now.
It appears so, yes.
Well, we're leaving. We're leaving here right now. We're not staying here. I don't want to risk any one of you touching one of these again.
Whoa, little sister, why am I in the ground?
Shard's still crying.
Alright, come on.
And with that, right as you're about to leave to set up camp somewhere else, Frant comes walking up, and you can introduce yourself, Frant.
Oh, God. Oh, it's you damn lizards again. Well, okay, I'm glad to see you. I was just trying to find some plants to eat. You know, make them into the odd potion or something. And then look who it is. It's you crazy lizard guys and some other people. I guess I'll tag along if you'll have me.
So I'm just some other people now, Frant. We have
Yeah.
met before.
Yeah, you were dead. So you're some other people. Of course you are.
Wait, I was dead?
You're dead to me, buddy. You leave town and you don't even say where you're going? Come on, that's just rude.
Shard, through her sniffles and tears, is going to ask Frant if he found any more of the delicious pink flowers. Or purple, sorry.
I found a load of different types of flowers, and they're all great. Yeah, I'm just perfecting my brews. Mutating into something else. Who knows what it'll be, but it's great.
I'm glad. I see that you have not become any less scary than last time we met, Frant.
Okay,
Oh,
well, Sheila's a thirstin'. See any aberrations around?
I don't know about
Quick
aberrations,
note,
Mr.
do not
Frant.
touch the statues, no matter what you do. I already went through more than enough of my power to just save one soul.
Well, I don't know about aberrations, Mr. Frant, but I went and touched a little statue, or I tried to touch it, but my hand just went straight through it. And then all of a sudden I couldn't see anything. And then I caught a few glimpses of stuff, but I really haven't regained consciousness until just now. All I could see was black.
Well, cry me a river. Where are we going?
We're going south. We're gonna go south past Ghostwood March, or through or around it, and then we're gonna find a library for some goblins. No, gnomes.
Another library? I was just in one of those museum things. It was weird.
I was there with you, friend. It was extremely weird.
I know. And now you gotta go to another one? Why not just go and kill some shit?
Well, on our way, we might kill some shit.
Well, before that, we should go. We should go finish our sleepy naps because we're not done napping.
Yeah, it's really, really late. It's past my bedtime.
I need another survival, please.
Okie dokie.
Do you guys think we can save the other people as well? Yeah,
I don't have the power to do that.
The statues are all broken. They're all damaged.
Yeah. I kind of went on a killing spree on those statues.
Yeah, but if they're still like... Yeah, okay. Because at some point, those all were people, right?
I care for those right here, right now. If you're dead before I get here, I don't think I can really do anything for you.
Obsidian, on your watch, as you're resting, finishing your night's rest, you feel something strange come over you, a very a chill of sorts, something that is deeply unsettling.
It'll probably be Frant.
Okay.
Obsidian just kind of looks around wildly, like, whoa, what was that? Do I see anything?
Just your own breath at the moment.
Oh, so it's like cold.
Yes.
Wait, what? I immediately yell at Frant, "Wake up!" And then I go over and kick I shake Shard awake very, very gently.
What is it? What's going on?
It got really cold, and I
Well,
don't know why.
I could breathe
it's the
fire.
nighttime. In the nighttime, it gets colder. That's probably what it is.
Dayman, in my past adventures, few weeks, would I have noticed that it gets this cold at night, or is this like supernaturally colder?
It is really, really cold. Like it feels all of a sudden like, I don't know, -10 C.
But Mr. Frank, it's never been this cold.
Yeah, Shard's just
Well,
gonna rub her arms and be like, yeah, it's pretty cold.
all right. Well, if it's pretty cold, then it's pretty cold. Maybe we should just see what's making it cold. Did you see any ice lying around?
No, I didn't really check though. I just looked around.
All right. Maybe I'll have a look. Frank kind of gets up, shakes himself a bit, and has a look around to see if he can see what's making it cold.
Give me a perception roll, please.
Sure, this is gonna go real well with the exhaustion.
Um, yeah, so you see a giant ball of snow flying about, like hovering in the air, about 10 feet up, about 20 feet away from your camp, behind some of these brushes and trees and stuff that make up the marsh around you. Um, there appears to be a kind of like white beam of kind of like snow, kind of intermixed with it, like icicles and stuff, kind of orbiting around this giant snowball. The snowball itself appears to be about a 20-foot radius sphere.
I turn back to the kobolds and I say, "Of course it's cold. There's a giant snowball up there making it cold."
Well, why is it up there, Mr. Frant?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should ask it.
Okay. I'll
So
be right behind you.
does it seem to be aware of us?
Right now, it just seems to be minding its own business, but
I reckon we should just keep an eye on it. Maybe wake everybody else up.
it is getting colder by the second as you guys are camping and staying near it.
Obsidian's hands are on fire, if that helps at all.
Yeah, that helps you with a little bit of warmth, but overall, the area is getting colder and colder.
Sure.
It's dropping a few degrees every like minute or so.
Okay.
Shard is going to light a fire in her throat, about the size of a torch, to try and keep herself warm.
You're not able to actually light a real fire. The cold just pounds on it, and it seems every single time that you get a spark, even a magical one, it doesn't seem to catch the wood or whatever materials you're trying to light on fire.
Frank's gonna try and rack his brains. He's got a Hunter's Bane thing, which allows him to get advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about Fey, fiends, and undead. So if it's one of those, maybe he'll know something about it.
Yeah, it's none of those. But
Okay. All right. Sorry, just dropping the dice anyway. Okay. Well, I've never seen anything like it.
you can give me a knowledge check that's not an advantage to see if you know something about it if you'd like.
That would just be straight intelligence, I should think.
Alright, so yeah, just give me a int check without the advantage.
There you go.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you've never encountered anything like this before. Seems to be a pretty odd sight. It should be way too warm for something like this to occur, even with magic.
I reckon we should move away from it, and then if it follows, we know we're in trouble, and maybe we should try and take it on at that point, but I don't know anything about it, and maybe it's just peaceful.
Yeah, I like your idea, Mr. Framp. Hey man, mechanically, if we move camp again, will we get exhaustion?
I think technically no, because you're not moving a full hex. You're just moving like a couple of miles. So plus,
Can Shard cast magic missile at the snowball?
you sure? Okay. Go ahead and give me damage for it.
Best damage rolls I've ever had with that.
Okay. The force of these missiles seems to launch themselves straight into the snowball, and you see little pockets of snow kind of poke out the other side, and you can see through him a little bit where these force blasts have gone into him. However, you see the kind of radiant orbiting light kind of that's carrying icicles around him kind of speed up really fast, and it shoots a ray straight towards you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save, please.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Now, why'd you have to go and
in-
do a thing like that?
In the tower, I can't remember. It's a
You can
physical
do
thing.
it out in the open, it's fine. Yeah, unfortunately, you fail, and you take 29 points of cold damage,
Ow.
which I believe kills you outright.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
You're
it
at
does.
14 HP. You see Shard freeze solid and kind of hit the ground.
Frank's been in this situation before. Maybe he attracts it. I don't know, possibly. He just puts his hands up and says, "Hey, Mr. Snowball, nothing to see here. Yeah, I'm just going to back away now."
Yeah, the snowball doesn't seem to be hostile towards any of you. You see the snow and its stomach and stuff kind of not restitch, but kind of reform icicles very slowly as it first water and then it freezes into ice and then it turns into snow gradually as the various pressures inside its bodies cause it to transform. And it just sits there hovering, peaceful, minding its own business.
Well, no offense, but I'll be on my way as you're a bit cold for me. Guys, hey, Obsidian, you want to pick up your icicle? I mean, your sister?
The fire in Obsidian's hands go off, and he attempts to pick up his sister's frozen form.
Okay. You manage. Give me an athletics check to see if you can pick it up. I imagine you'll probably be able to.
I'm a kobold.
Yeah, that's why you're pretty small. She's pretty small too, right?
Yeah.
How much are you weighing, Shard? 26 pounds.
Yeah.
Obsidian, what's your strength? Yeah, you'd be able to carry her. That's fine.
Why did my strength go back up to 10? I only have 6 strength. My bad.
Okay, one sec. I'll let you carry her, but you're going to be at heavy encumbrance.
Actually, before doing this, or after attempting to pick her up, Obsidian will look at Frant and say, "Mr. Frant, I'm going to turn into a big horn. Just put her on my back, please."
You're going to turn into a big horn?
And as he's talking, you see Obsidian take on the form of a warhorse.
Oh, a big horse. Sorry. Okay. And Frant will just put Shard.
Can we wait
Balance out there.
with all this noise going on?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize they hadn't woken you up. I'd certainly wake you up. And I'll say, there's a huge snowball up there, and it just killed Shard. So don't fire any magic missiles at it, because that's just not a good idea. Anyway, we're going. It's too cold.
What?
What the heck?
Alright, go ahead and give me another survival check.
For finding a new camp.
Yep. Okay.
We need to remember this hex. This is like the cursed hex of all doom and destruction.
Okay, with that, you're able to make it and sleep for the night, so I'll give you a long rest.
Okay. So where's this library then? Or do you want to take Shard home? Or do you want to bury her here? What do, you cobalt types? Cremation? What?
I'll just.
I mean, we nearly lost you, Obsidian, right? But
Yeah.
now we lose your sister. I mean, I can see why you're related, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes we're too adventurous for our own good.
So
God, I don't mind in the essence of moving the session along and keeping pace, because otherwise I would just have to make a new character. How much HP would the added level have benefited you?
The level I never added. It's my own fault. I don't mind if you leave her dead, but it would have bumped me to 18, and I would have been fine. I'd have been knocked down, but I wouldn't have instantly died.
Yeah, I think our rules are really that if you don't have things like that set up, if you haven't
Yeah.
leveled up, then
Yeah,
I'm more than willing to obey the rules as they are. I don't want to be taking an arm when you've given a hand.
Plus the snowball would have probably shot another ray at you while they were getting you back up too. So yeah, I'm gonna say no. If you're a new player, I might maybe let it slide, but you've played here for a good deal amount of time now, so sorry. If you want to create a new character though, and hop in later on in the session, that's fine. All right, either move on or head back to Whiteman Cove. Make up your guys' mind.
We'll move on. If I hold fire to her, does she start melting?
I mean, she thaws, but no, she
Oh.
doesn't melt. She's not like a icicle. She's just flesh that's been left out in this. Like, if you've ever seen a body that was like buried in snow for a long time and then unearthed, that's what she looks like.
I'll just thaw her out and then cremate her and spread her ashes over a part of a flame wormling claw, and then leave the flame wormling claw here. And then in the ground, I'll kind of drag my finger and say, Shard, or let out Shard. And then if the party is alright, then I guess we're moving on.
Give me your hexes, please. And survival and perception for the beginning of the day, please.
Do you guys think that we should head out of the swamp, keep ourselves to the plains?
Yes.
And I think if we find anything
Oh, I gave you the wrong check.
that looks remotely dangerous, we don't touch it, we don't attack it, we just walk away.
We almost paid it for it once, and Shard kind of paid the ultimate price for doing something.
Okay, um, Yep, all good. Go ahead and give me another hex. There appears to be all of a sudden as you're walking, you see. Unfortunately, the person that rolled your perception was not very perceptive today, and as you're walking, all of a sudden, you see kind of red tendrils kind of lurch underneath the ground, and they kind of spring up about in a 10-foot radius of your party, leaving a 10-foot kind of gap around everybody. And you see this kind of like red dome kind of energy kind of field kind of appear and completely cover around your party. Um, Other than that, you kind of hear a crackling of energy. What do you want to do?
So we're just in a 10-foot radius dome.
Yes, of what appears to be some sort of red crackling energy.
I can easily get out of this. Is the dome impenetrable, or can you walk through the dome?
You can certainly try to walk through.
Obsidian will turn into a bear and then try to walk through the dome. He's just done with this.
All right. As you come up to the dome, go ahead and give me a strength or athletics check, please.
Glad I turned into a bear.
And you can do that out in the open. Yeah, you're trying to push against what appears to be some sort of pressure, trying to keep you inside, and you manage to not make it. All of a sudden, you feel a sharp reverberation go through your paw that's trying to swipe through it and your body. You lurch back, being blown back about, I don't know, 5 feet, and crumbling prone. Additionally, you take 1 point of fire damage and 4 points of lightning damage.
So 5 points total.
There must be a way. Go ahead.
Obsidian will get up from prone and try to walk through the barrier again.
Stop, Obsidian.
Alright,
There must be a way to disable this thing. It can't just be operating.
You said athletics again?
Give me athletics, yes. You manage to claw and you manage to rip kind of like a very small hole as you're kind of like pushing yourself through and clawing yourself through. You manage to get through, but suddenly on the other side of the barrier it snaps shut. And interestingly, the barrier seems to change colors to kind of a bluish, whitish color. No more crackling energy.
I look around to see if there was anybody who maybe could have casted this.
You see arcane sigils kind of halfway buried, but now on Earth with a kind of familiar glowing as the same color that the dome's currently glowing with, outlining this area.
I walk over, or I kind of what's it called for walking slow? I don't know. I slow walk over to the nearest to me sigil and kind of paw at it, trying to either like scratch it or mess it up or something.
All right, go ahead and give me an Arcana.
An Arcana. Okay.
Yeah, you try to interact with it and try to scratch at it, and you don't really do so with any kind of specific purpose. Like you're not really sure of exactly how you'd go about which sigils you need to scrap to disable, and you manage to just hit kind of a random one. Go ahead and give me a percentile dice roll.
In the tower?
In the tower, yes, please. All of a sudden, you see the dome kind of blink out for just a few seconds and then kind of reappear.
If it's blinking out, I'll try and run through it, sword first.
All right. As you're doing that, go ahead and give me, I don't know, acrobatics. That sounds good. Acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to Misty Step.
Your Misty Step is successful. Go ahead and give me acrobatics. Oh yeah, you can do that on the open. Here's the dice roll for it. It was you managed to kind of do a backflip through and make it out just in time, just in the nick of time for him.
Okay.
What did you, Obsidian? What did you make that disappear?
If I saw the blinking and it's back up again, I'm going to try and do the exact same thing I just did.
All right. It's unfortunately to no effect. The rune that you just scratched through is already scratched through.
Well, then I'll go to the one on the opposite side.
It's just me inside right now, right?
Elril is as well, I believe.
No, I Misty stepped out.
Oh, you're the one that missed that. Okay, yeah. It's just you, Liam.
Any signs of who put this here? Check. I can get myself out. Don't worry about me.
There's no sign of who put you in there.
All right. Misty Step. Shoop.
Your Missy Step, you need to contest. Go ahead and give me a spell save DC. So roll with your sorry. Go ahead and give me a spell casting check. So go ahead and roll with your spell casting modifier, without proficiency.
Tower.
Out in the open is fine. Yeah, you managed to Misty Step through it.
Well, let's hurry away from here. Be careful of any more traps on the ground.
Well, I must say, whoever our scout is, and I don't think it was me, they ain't doing a great job just at the moment.
Our scout died.
No, our scout is
well, no wonder then.
hovering above us.
Oh,
It's
well.
a dragon. Didn't see the things on the earth were buried in the earth.
Obsidian saying that his party is no longer inside of this bubble is going to just turn around and trudge on after an hour and back into his normal cobalt self.
All good. Everyone's going on.
Sure.
Give me another hex, please. This area looks like it was once used as a mine. With little effort, you come to the conclusion that although it's no longer working, it was once used for some sort of iron production. Although it is hard to tell from specifics, you would have to get closer to do more thorough investigation to learn more. Are you going to investigate the mine or move on?
We're gonna leave the mine. It's not the mission that we signed up for.
Okay, all good. Go ahead and give me another hex. And I believe this is the last one before nightfall. As you're traveling, you find signs of. You find a lot of trucks. They seem to be heading in one direction from here towards the west. What do you want to do?
What kind of tracks? Like
Yeah.
caravan tracks or like
Survival check. Yeah, you find signs of a layer. There are too many tracks consistently heading in one direction for this to be a coincidence. After some investigation, you find that this could be the layers somewhere to the 6 miles to the west of here, and the trail is clear. You get the distinct sense that the tracks are of a larger creature, a quadruped, and you have some sorts of evidence that the creature sheds its skin like a reptilian.
Hmm. That's a strange beast.
I agree.
Let's try to avoid it, maybe?
Okay, so it's nighttime. Go ahead and give me survival and perception rolls for everybody, please.
I can try and hunt. If anybody's hunting for food, I can assist them.
Obsidian will just cast Goodberry and hand berries out to the party.
You guys are gonna get diabetes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, for purposes of daylight sensitivity, nighttime.
Yeah.
Alright. Just wanted to know before I took the effect off.
So that would be. Oh, who's replacing Shard on the second watch?
Oh, I guess I can.
All right. Friend. You discover signs while you're on watch. Where's your? I don't see a perception roll for you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't give you one. I'm at disadvantage. I'm at exhaustion 1.
Yeah, you while you're on watch, you kind of step around, and all of a sudden your foot gets really soggy, like it's wet. It appears as though you're standing on some sort of ground where you made your camp. It's very low to the water table. There's water kind of seeping through the ground.
Well, God, you have to do everything yourself. Okay, right.
Is the water just seem to be rising, or is it just there?
No, just that you made a particularly heavy step, and your foot dug down deep enough where water can keep up.
Okay. Franz will just kind of shake his boot off, curse slightly, and then head up to slightly higher ground, and just look at the others and just shake his head and say,
Whoever said this was a good place to park, well, they didn't know what they were talking about.
All right. So is that it? Are we moving on?
sure.
And with that, the rest of the night is uneventful. I need a survival and I need a perception roll, please. All right, go ahead and give me a hex. You come up on the road, standing about 30 feet in front of you, appears to be a golden chalice, just resting in its place. There appears to be rubies, emeralds, and sapphires engraved on the handle.
I am already paranoid as shit. Liam is already paranoid as shit because of everything that's been happening. Detect magic immediately.
You get a distinct sense from it that there is necromancy magic, as well as conjuration magic coming from it.
It is a necromantic and conjuration goblet of gold. I do not think it's a good idea to touch it.
Well, it seems pretty strange that it's just sitting there in the middle of nowhere and nobody's bothered to take it yet. So I kind of agree. I don't want to pick that thing up.
If it's still here when we're on our way back, I'll let you pick it up.
Well, you pick it up yourself. I ain't gonna touch the thing.
That's true. No.
Obsidian's gonna walk up to it, not being very careful not to touch it, but he's gonna look, try and see over the rim. Is it on top of anything, or is it just on the ground?
It's just resting on the ground, seemingly perfectly on a flat surface. Inside, you can see a white, perfectly white liquid. No bubbles, appears to be high viscosity. And as you come closer to the goblet and take a closer inspection, you would notice there is a set of tracks that lead right up to the goblet and stop.
Can I kind of like waft to see if there's any smell distinct off of it?
You can give me a perception roll.
Alright.
You get the distinct smell of cherries and death intermixed.
Smells like cherries and death, guys.
I think it means we move on. Leave it there.
Cherries and death. Yeah, I know a woman like that once.
That
What's
would
her
make
name,
great
Jean?
ice cream, right?
I don't think I would eat an ice cream named Cherry of Death.
Does this time setting have cough medicine, particularly of the cherry kind?
Sure.
It's not. It smells like what that old medicine that my mom used to make me take tastes like.
Cherries and death. Well, I got this round my finger. He brandishes this the golden ring that he found in the stomach of a dinosaur. It's had the gemstones prized out. I call it the Circle of Death.
All right. Well, I'm not very sick right now, so I'm not gonna bother with the medicine. You guys can, but I'm gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna take a circle around the goblet, or half circle, and then keep going towards where we're heading.
Okay, go ahead and give me another hex. And all the random encounter rolls. I swear.
I'm not so sorry for the viewers who really want an exciting adventure, but we already lost a guy, and we almost lost another.
You see on the road, something that looks like this hovering above, or not the road, but the plains. Something that looks like this. A woman holding a little lantern, floating above the road, a fair bit away, about 60 feet in front of you.
I'll do my int check thing. You can tell me if I know anything.
Yep. Yeah, you're pretty sure that creatures such as the one in front of you are beings that were once alive, but unfortunately their souls were not able to pass on, and they're stuck here, usually left with some unfinished business, and sometimes can get a little bit restless and hostile towards random people, especially those that sort of align with their unfinished business.
They're some kind of undead. I reckon we should put an end to it.
Are you versed in putting dead things already to death?
Well, I done a few of them, but I don't know much about them. But I reckon that thing needs to kind of die if it hasn't already, or die again. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, if you're confident that you can take it on, I'll back you up.
Well, we'll soon see. But I don't like it.
Fran's just kind of growling at it now. He strides towards it and says,
"You fiend, be gone."
Go ahead and organize yourselves within that red square, and then if you're going to move forward, go ahead and move forward, Frant. Or not square, circle.
Can I take a bonus action before anything happens?
I mean, yeah, sure, we're not in combat yet.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna turn it into a big bear just in case. And just start growling.
Alright, so Frant, you're gonna move close to it, you said?
I'm just moving up ahead of the party and just saying,
"Go back to your grave, undead, or I'll put you in there myself."
And with that, you see the young woman look at you with kind of hostile glance, and give me initiatives.
Hey, I did it again.
I should probably roll another. Sorry, I'm at disadvantage. I've put exhaustion 1 on myself, but it's not seeming to be working. I don't know why not.
Alright, just roll another. You're at 20 right now.
That'll be the real one.
Okay.
We're so fast.
guys.
Still going equal first, even though I rolled a 5. Come on, everybody.
No, I don't think that you're first.
Oh no.
Okay, our party has a subpar 5 initiative. Everyone.
And we even have people with pluses on the dex things.
Alright, she is going to move 40 feet this way, and my thing, the smart targeting bar is off, so She's going to use Horrifying Visage as her body seems to, her face seems to contort into a rotten mass of flesh and scares the living bejeebus out of Liam, at least. And that's her turn. Eladril?
I'm gonna hex. My dragon is gonna fly away. And then Agonizing Blast.
Obsidian? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Friend?
Okay, Frant just like with this thing screaming at him, he just screams back.
Ah! So you think you're scary, do you?
And we'll just wail on her with his two-handed sword, Sheila. Okay.
Okay, Liam?
I'm currently frightened, right?
Yes, you are.
That means that I can't move towards her, right?
Yes.
Can I attack her?
I believe you can, but you're at disadvantage, if I remember
That's fine, as long as I know if I can. I'm gonna take one step to the left since I don't move towards her. That's fine, I guess. Oop. I'm gonna activate Tides of Chaos. And I still roll a 1. This is
right. And you fall prone.
and wild magic.
Yep, butterflies and flower petals are coming out of you. Cool. And here is your resave for the Horrifying Visage. Yep, you succeed, so you're now no longer frightened.
And that's my turn.
Alright. It's Fran's turn again.
All right. Well, he'll just continue to just hack at this apparition.
Yeah. So you're incorporeal, are you? Still feeling Sheila's bite?
Holy mother of Lord.
The joys of being a half-orc. That'll do me.
Yeah, it's me.
Right, it's me again already.
Yes.
Stand up. Target. Firebolt. I wasn't frightened anymore, right?
Yeah, but when you said stand up, I have to remove the prone effect from you, which takes a little bit of time.
Oh, sorry. Well, I still hit with it. I can just do a like hand claps firebolt from prone position.
Yep, you're good. Go ahead. Do your damage.
There we go. 2 damage.
Alright. Alright.
And I'm gonna stay over here. I end my turn.
Yep.
Oop.
Okay. She is going to target Fran And
Okay. As she targets me with, is she going to attack me?
she's not going to attack you. She's going to
Okay.
reach out, and you're going to see her form kind of turn into kind of a mist as it tries to go straight into your ears, your nose, your mouth.
Okay.
And you fail. And all of a sudden, the ghost disappears. And yep, okay, so everybody else just sees the ghost disappear. Elril, your turn. You just
Where
saw
did
the
it go?
ghost. You would have seen the ghost kind of turn into a mist and go into Fran's body.
As it's going in, he's going, "Get out! Get out!"
What? I'm gonna stand for a second and then I'm gonna ready my action to wait till the ghost gets out again. And I'm gonna move a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I ready my action till the ghost comes out again.
Obsidian?
Hmm. Being a druid, would I know anything about possession? And having read logs and such.
You can give me a religion check if you want.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, you have some knowledge of possessions. Typically you're more familiar with demon possessions. Unfortunately, you don't seem to recall ghosts or any types of creatures that look like this doing any type of possessive activities. Just haven't read about it.
Alright, well then I'll run up beside Frant and let's see, actually I should have enough room for that, right? Yeah, okay. I ready my action to attack anything that attacks me. With my claw attack. Yeah.
So with that, Elril, it's your turn.
Well, does anyone what's happening? I don't understand. Where's the ghost? And again, ready my action till I see the ghost again.
Oh, oops, Front, it is your turn. You are here. I'll send you.
Yeah, what would you like me to do? Fran just snarls and says in a kind of rather more feminine voice than you're used to from him, "Well, this is a very strong body, isn't it?" And turns to the bear beside him and attacks him.
Ready to action
Uh,
if he hits.
what was your trigger for it?
My ready to action was to hit anything that attacks me.
Okay.
But I think I said anything that hits me, so I'll wait to see if he hits me.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. As the bear kind of swipes back at you with his paws. Why do I fucking sunlight disadvantage?
What a good bear you are. And now it's time to join me in death.
fact, he's not counted as an ally. I'm not attacking. Okay, multi-attack. Pew 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 pew. Obsidian just kind of growls. Yeah.
Liam.
I have seen this before in another session. I just can't recall the mechanic on it. The ghost has possessed friend. We need to knock him out to get the ghost out. Unless someone here has some magic abilities to get the ghost out. But otherwise, knocking out friend is the only option. And with that, I'm gonna target friend. I'm sorry, friend. Don't kill me for this. $18 damage to friend as lightning.
And you use Tides of Chaos, so go ahead and roll Wild Surge.
There it goes.
You cast Shield on yourself.
Haha! That's great.
Okay. Seemingly, you see something come out of the trees behind you. It appears to be another kind of ghostly visage. It turns from being translucent and turn into a more corporal form, appearing more on the material plane. And it's going to fly up and get right up to where Liam is. This one appears to be a haggard old man with cuts and bruises along his face. Elril.
Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna run away a bit. That's fine. And I'm gonna blast the ghost that appeared behind us.
Sorry, say it again?
I'm gonna blast it with agonizing.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna push it 10 feet away with repelling blast.
Okay. So it moves 10 feet away. 1 sec.
And I'm gonna move my dragon away from that ghost.
Okay.
Can dash, right?
Didn't you already use your action?
Yeah, but the dragon. Do I
Oh,
have
the
to
dash. Yeah, the dragon
Yeah,
can dash.
okay.
The
Alrighty.
familiars have the same int as the caster. It's the group summons. Okay, so that's your turn. Liam?
Oh, that's the end of my shield. So did I notice the ghost behind me?
Yeah, you would have.
I'm gonna be running away from that thing. Down there. And then I'm gonna... Oh, I need to shoot Frant. I'm sorry, friend. I need the ghost out of you. I hope I'm scaring the ghost at least. That's the end of my turn.
Frant laughs and says, "You'll have to do slightly better than that, I think."
This one's going to take the dash action and fly up overhead and get right above where the bear is, about 10 feet above, and that's his turn. Obsidian.
Obsidian's going to continue biting and clawing at Frant frantically. But fuck this. Does the I haven't used this before, but does the wild shape bonus action heals from Moon Druid, does that go to your actual health or to your beast form's temporary health?
Beast form's temporary health, but it can't exceed the health that the beast form generated.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my bonus action and expend a first level spell slot to do that. Okay.
Did you get your heal?
I manually typed it in, so it didn't override my other ones because I don't know how temp points work. And that is all I can do.
Frant.
Frant looks at the bear and says, "Oh, you pretty teddy. You look so much better. Let's see if we can do something about that." Oh, minimum. Oh no,
That's
rerolled,
not
of course.
minimum.
It re-rolled, of course, because I re-roll on 1s and 2s. So that's Frant's go. Or the ghost's go, whichever you prefer.
Okay. With that, Obsidian.
Obsidian is yet again going to particularly swipe and bite at Frant because there's nobody up here to help him. But it doesn't matter. What armor does Frant appear to be wearing?
Scale mail, I think. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, that friend guy seems to be rather mad at the bear, so I'm gonna try to take him out first. I'm gonna use bonus action to curse him.
Didn't you already? You're saying you're moving your hex to him because you can't move.
No, my warlock hexblades curse.
Oh, okay.
And then blast him. And I'm gonna move him 10 feet back again. So maybe the big guy gets an attack of opportunity?
No, there's no attacks of opportunity for forced movement.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that's your turn.
I'm gonna move my dragon.
Alright, well, if you're just moving him, I'm gonna move on. Frant.
Okay, well, Frant's rushing back up to the bear and will attack again, saying, "Oh, I do like a bit of exercise, don't you?"
God damn it, friend. You're not so scary with that voice.
All right. You're gonna see this ghost kind of fly down and similarly turn into a puff of smoke, mist, and try to go into the bear obsidian's mouth and ears and nose. And with that, the ghost disappears. And Liam, it's your turn.
Well then, seems like I have one more target now. I wonder if it's gonna come out if the bear form goes away, or if it's gonna stay inside the next one. Well, either way, bonus action, dragon breath myself. Walk over here. That seems fine. I'm gonna breathe fire on all of y'all.
Hold on for 1 second.
All right.
All right. All right. Did you do damage yet? Go ahead and do damage.
No, you said to hold on, so I held on.
Yep, you're good. Go ahead and do damage.
There we go.
With that, Frant falls unconscious, being singed with fire, and the ghost that was possessing him reappears, and you see kind of lights flicker out of kind of a bluish light kind of fade and flicker out of his eyes as smoke comes out of his mouth and reforms near where the edge of the cone is.
Did I break the bear?
The bear is now a kobold, but seemingly is still possessed.
Well, shit. I believe in you guys. Fight off the ghosts. Ending turn.
Okay. This one is going to kind of move up here and attack directly at Obsidian with her hand. Hit. Obsidian falls unconscious. You see the other ghost reappear. And Obsidian kind of bills out and reforms the ghost. Okay. Frant, death save in the tower, please. Okay. Obsidian, death save in the tower, please.
Yep.
Okay. Liam.
Oh, you better appreciate this, guys. I'm gonna run there. I'm gonna grab Obsidian, and I'm gonna pour a tiny potion down her Obsidian's throat.
Okay.
Which would be the drops of healing. I wonder if this works. There we go. And then I'm gonna grab Frant, and I'm gonna pour down another potion into him.
So
Then
you're
drop.
using a normal potion?
Yeah, I'm using bonus action to drops of healing, and then an action for potion of healing.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
God damn it, that was close. Stay up, don't get possessed, and show them how scary you are, Frant.
All right, Elra.
Finally, the ghosts are back, so I'm gonna try to kill them.
Nice, good
And
job.
I'm gonna move.
With that, you see the woman kind of shiver and crackle and kind of disintegrate into kind of glass shards as she fades away into nothingness. The other ghost kind of screams out, and you kind of almost see the other ghost smile, almost in victory. Elril.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move and turn.
Um. Uh.
I'd like to give Liam inspiration for healing everybody. Just something I don't see often enough in low B games.
You don't know how much money I just put into you guys.
Okay, with nobody here is nobody's character here is female, correct?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. You're gonna see the ghost turn kind of translucent and ethereal, and you're gonna see him go straight into the ethereal plane and disappear. Yep. That's his turn. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. So now they're both gone.
God damn it, cowardly apparition things.
I keep eyes open. I don't trust anything.
Well, that was weird getting in touch with my feminine side.
I'm glad that you're back. I much prefer this scary voice compared to that silly one that you got.
Really? I found the ghost voice actually rather pleasant.
Well, but it's not Frant.
Well, that maybe makes it more pleasant.
Yeah, that ghost in my head. I mean, when you did the flowers and the butterflies, she loved it, and I thought, it was horrible.
No, that looked so cute. How did he do that? The butterflies.
They're still coming out, aren't they?
Yeah, vile, but she loved it.
You can see the dragon starting to chase some butterflies around you. This is so amazing. How did you do that?
Comes with the nature of my magic.
Okay.
So-
We've got if we want to get actually to the mission of the session, we need to move on.
Yeah.
So go ahead and it was.
I think we take a short rest. Who wants a short rest?
Yeah, I think that's good. But I'm gonna heal
Okay.
someone first.
Short rest.
How do I second level spell something?
What do you mean? Are you trying to upcast it?
Yeah.
You just grab with your left mouse button, holding down the dice, and then you can right click to add dice to it.
There we go.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to regain 1 level 1 spell slot.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a short rest.
You guys, next time, just smash me over the head with a rock or something. So you don't have to, really kill me. Come on.
Friend, you're scary AF. I'm not gonna stand next to you when you're going out cold. I'm gonna make sure that happens before I touch you.
I've just got a splitting headache. All right.
Well,
let's move on. Go ahead and give me. We were 1, 2. I think we've got 2 more hexes before we have to sleep. Yes. Give me a hex.
do we want to go around Ghostwood March, or do we want to go through it? Guys, around or through?
I don't know. Ghostwood. You want to meet more ghosts? Sure, let's
Around
go.
Good.
All right, we're going through.
Go ahead and give me a hex. Go ahead and give me another hex. Alright, it's time to camp for the night. Give me a survival, and then everybody give me a perception, please.
Hardtack rations, nothing like them.
I'm gonna eat my good berry.
At this point, Shard will cast Goodberry, or 2 good berries at a first level spell slot, and hand 5 of us. No, there's 4 of us. Hand 5 to each person.
Nothing came up. So here's your long rest.
Oh, we made it through the night without any ghost illusions, snowballs, or anything.
Yeah, it was
Without
pretty
anyone
dull.
dying or going unconscious.
Go ahead and give me survival and perception for the day. I need a perception. Alright, cool. Give me your first hex. Give me your second hex. You see a dangling chain about 20 feet long, dangling vertically straight up, floating in the air about 10 feet above the ground, about 30 feet away from you.
It's coming out of the ground and dangling upwards.
It's not coming out of the ground. It's kind of hanging from, like, almost as an invisible hand, almost as holding it in the sky, up in the air. It doesn't quite reach the ground.
What does your senses tell you, friend?
It tells me not to pull it. We're gonna get flushed away. I don't know. It's just a big chain in the sky. What do you want to know?
I want to know if something happens when I throw fire at it, Mr. Fran. Do you know what happens?
No. Obsidian?
Look,
No.
you just learned the hard way what happens if you throw a magic missile at something you don't know about, and now you're gonna throw fire at a chain in the sky. Hey.
Ouch. Too soon, Mr. Fran. Too soon.
It's just the right time if you're not learning.
Yes, sir, Mr. Fran.
Avoid it. Go around it. Go away from it.
I'm just gonna make a note of this in my book.
And
Do so.
Fran reaches down and picks some of the strange marshy plants around, smushes them up, and shoves them in his mouth and starts chewing on them, and then makes a note of this chain.
Wait, he chews on vegetable, it becomes a page, and then he makes a note out of it.
If that's what you saw, then good on you.
I'm not very perceptive, Mr. Front.
He's just doing his usual experimentation with strange plants whilst trying to concentrate on a note.
We're leaving this chain.
My character is all whipped up. If you've got some way of adding her into the story.
Yeah, you're good. Just typically for late stragglers, I just tell them that they were lagging behind, and they popped up. Go ahead and give me another hex, please. So as we come up to this part, you can see mountains to the southwest of here. They appear to be really great, big, tall peaks, and even during this time of year, you can see snow cresting the peaks way up high. You have a feeling that around in this area is where you'll find the library, from the notes and stuff that the Twist Flows have given past adventures and stuff.
All right, we're closing in on the area. Front. Here's the mission briefing if you wanna read through them.
Sure,
I
I love a
forgot
good
that-
briefing.
I forgot that you might want to know exactly what we're looking for here.
Well, I heard it was some kind of library, and if there's information on evil creatures in there, I want to get in and look at it.
Good. How late are we in the day?
I believe you guys have, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Are we midday,
It's
afternoonish?
nighttime. It's nighttime. So if you're camping, give me a survival and a perception check for each person. Survival for whole group and perception for each person, please.
Oh, that shouldn't have been a disadvantage. My bad. That's
Okay. Man, all the rolls today. You can hear a woman and child scream off in the distance, Liam, as you're sleeping, as everyone else is sleeping and you're standing watch.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna wake Frant.
What?
Okay, there's
What
a
is
woman
it?
screaming.
A woman?
Is there a shell as well? Maybe. Well, there's screaming nearby. I don't know if it's from living people or dead people just yet.
Can I hear the
Yeah.
screaming?
No, you cannot.
What are you talking about? It's all in your head. Go back to sleep. Oh, wait, you're on watch. Don't go back to sleep till later and then wake me up.
Well, I wanted to wake you up so I could take a few steps away from the camp and see if I can find the origin of the screaming.
You can give me a perception check. Also, you'll notice that the screaming is getting louder and louder. It seems like their situation is more dire by the minute.
Well, I'll wake the others up if he's leaving camp and say,
He says he hears screaming, so he's going to investigate. Meanwhile, we'll just stay here, okay?
Shouldn't we help them all?
do we hear the screaming now?
Nobody hears screaming besides Liam.
Okay. What do you mean? What's screaming?
Well, I know there's no screaming except he hears it. So he's going to look, and we're staying here by the campfire where it's nice and warm because there's no snowballs around that are going to kill idiot kobolds.
You're mean, Mr. Frant.
That's been said plenty.
Do I find the origin of the screaming?
Did you give me a perception roll? I didn't see
Oh,
it.
that was me. I thought it was friend. All right. Well, here it comes.
You seemingly search for it, but as you go from side to side of the camp, you just can't seem to find the source of the screaming.
I'm gonna send a minor illusion, but with sound back to Frant, and just with the message like, I can't find the source of the screaming. You
Frant.
cannot reply to this message.
Frant shouts back, given the minor illusion is just like a normal voice.
Yeah, that's because it doesn't exist. Now come back here and, rest.
Wait, there's someone over there.
Yeah, not let us know. You don't need to wait till the end of night. It's fine. Mirage comes walking into camp, looking for a place to rest her head for the night, and she seems to have caught up to you guys finally.
Hello.
I'm gonna have
hello.
sparkles fly from my fingers. And who are you?
I'm Mirage. I've been following you guys since you left town.
Was that you screaming in the night only for his ears?
What? No, I've not screamed for a very, very long time.
I'm worried now. If I start wandering off in the night, please just knock me out and bind me to a tree. It's only fair. I knocked you out once.
Yeah, that was good knocking out that. Yeah, very good. It'll be kind of a pleasure if it happens again, but if it doesn't, I won't.
I'm afraid that you will knock me out either way.
Well, yeah, it could happen, depending how good you are at cards.
Or you don't want to play me in cards.
In the interest of saving time, I'm going to progress, so here is the next die. Man, more rolls. During your watch, Obsidian, there are 8 hulking creatures that look vaguely like mammoths walking by towards the northwest. They kind of shake the ground, and it's really hard to miss them. In fact, pretty much everybody probably would get a little bit of disturbance from their sleep while this happens.
Obsidian immediately wakes up Frant and asks if we can follow them for an hour.
The hell do you want, what? Why do you want to follow those great hulking beasts?
Because I want to study them. I want to learn to be just like them.
All right. Well, I'll see you in an hour then.
And Frant turns over and goes back to sleep.
So you're gonna go out by yourself?
You said Mirage was here, right?
Mirage is sleeping, yes.
Obsidian will go over and kick Mirage and say, "You keep watch. I'll be right back."
Oh, okay. Do I roll perception to keep watch now?
Sure.
And I run off to, not learn this wild shape because I haven't read about them, I don't think.
Yeah.
You can still make the roll.
Yeah.
reading about it only gives you advantage.
Yes, you can give me a nature check to see if you learn it.
Yeah, I'm not about to learn it.
Unfortunately, despite your observance of them, you weren't able to gather enough information to successfully wild shape into them.
Damn it. I come trudging back to camp, says, I didn't look at them long enough. Or good enough. Slurgably flurg.
Okay, with that, that is the night. So here is your long rest, and let's get moving. Give me a hex and a survival and perception roll, please. Okay. Hex, please. Liam?
Another?
I didn't see you move a hex at all. Did you?
Stood here.
Oh, okay. That's you mean
Went there.
Oh god, more rolls. You see light footprints leading off into one direction to the south, east from here. Where you're standing, there appears to be a little bit of crimson stain on the ground.
Obsidian gets down and smells it. Does it smell like blood? Or does it smell like cherry death?
The cherry death again. I like that. She was, well, she wasn't exactly a beauty, but she was clean.
Yeah, so if we're sorry, I was reading a DM. What what are you doing with the track? What are you doing with the tracks and stuff? Are you gonna try to search them or investigate them further? If not, let's move on.
Yeah, we'll just move on.
That's fine. Sorry, I was. Give me another hex. As you're coming up, about 30 feet away, there appears to be a big hole in the ground, and there appears to be a block and tackle set above it.
A what set above it?
A block and tackle?
Like for fishing?
Could be.
Well, does anybody want to go fishing?
Well, we're fishing for knowledge. We're trying to find the library.
Doesn't look much like a library before, but I've only been to one library in my life, and that was in Candlekeep, so maybe they're different here.
Maybe it's underground.
What does the paper from the gnomes say?
It says that they told you basically it's out in the mountains. You go to not the tallest peak, but a snow-filled peak, and you should be able to find near the top of it a cave entrance that kind of secludes into a library of sorts.
Well, this is a cave entrance.
No. He said up in the mountain. Let's keep going.
We're climbing the mountain now? Should have brought some climbing gear.
Some warmer clothes.
I can light my hands on fire.
Well, can you do that while climbing?
I mean, I don't see why it would affect my ability to climb. Although, if I'm going to be climbing, I'll be turning into a big bear, or riding on somebody's back, because I don't think I can climb very well by myself.
You would see off into the distance a peak kind of rising. This one in particular that probably matches the descriptions of the gnomes that they've given you. So if you're going to move on, give me a hex. Otherwise, you're staying here investigating this. Let me know.
Okay, up the mountains, you say? Up the mountains we go.
Hex, please.
Yeah.
It's uneventful, and that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, you got one more hex.
The air looks pretty fresh up there. Maybe it's gonna be a good view, that kind of thing.
So
The fastest climbing ever.
unfortunately, mountains are 3D images on a 2D map. So you're actually at the back of the rising of the mountain. So I'm going to have you actually do one more hex crawl up, and that's going to be a climbing hex crawl. For the moment, there is nothing eventful as you get there. So you're at the base of the mountain, and it's probably a good time to go to sleep. It's nighttime, and you don't think it'd probably be too wise to climb at night?
No. I'll eat one of these good berries that Obsidian made.
And he'll make, let's see, how many people do we have now? 5?
Yeah, I still have good berries.
Obsidian will make 20 more and hand 4 to each person. As their other ones will be expiring soon.
I'm gonna put 2 in the pouch of Puff.
Mirage is gonna just kind of tuck them in her corset.
Obsidian, as you're on watch, you kind of are kicking the dirt, and your foot hits something hard. And when you look down, it appears to be a headstone, a marble headstone engraved with the image of a whale.
A whale?
Yes.
I'm gonna go over and poke Fran. Say, Mr. Fran, there's a whale on the
Gee, why can't you just let me sleep? Every single night it's like, Mr. Frant, just go to bed.
But I want to watch, Mr. Fran.
All right, well, just do it quietly. Some of us are trying to sleep. Some of us need our sleep. Maybe kobolds don't. I don't know about you guys, but I need my sleep.
But there's a whale.
That seems pretty unlikely at the foot of a mountain to me.
All right, Mr. Frank, go back to sleep. You're not being nice. Then Obsidian will go over to the headstone and just stare at it for a few minutes and then continue his watch.
France sits up as he says this, and he looks over at the headstone, and he just kind of he sees the whale, and he walks over, and with a piece of kind of charcoal that he's made from his plant things, he just writes "Shard R.I.P." on the headstone, and then goes back to sleep.
Okay. Okay, I need a survival and a perception for the beginning of the day. And I am also going to have you guys, the person with the best climbing stats and the worst climbing stats, go ahead and give me athletics. Um,
I have 8 minus 1.
Um,
No proficiency in minus 1.
Oh,
Uh,
hey, I'm not the worst at climbing.
Well, I've got exhaustion, so I do have some rope though.
How long do we have to climb, do you think?
the peak's pretty high, but it's only probably a good, I don't know, 12-mile hike or so.
well, I'm 8 minus with a -1 as well.
Well, I would say we should tie ourselves together, and then, people who know how to climb can help the others. But then if you drag me off the side of the mountain, I won't be too happy. Mind you, I'm pretty tired, so I'll be pretty crappy at it too today, I expect.
Feel free to haunt me if I manage to kill you.
Sure, I'll possess you like that other ghost. It'll be great.
I don't know if you would like it in here.
Yeah. So Frantle uses rope to kind of help climb. I don't have any pitons or a hammer though, but we can tie it around boulders and kind of so that if people fall, they'll fall less of a distance.
It's more of a, I mean, it only gets when you get to like the very top when you're trying to summit, that you have to really worry about it.
Okay.
For the moment, all you really need to worry about is just hiking. It's kind of like canyoneering. The actual summiting itself, if you try to get to the tip top, would require like an ice pick and things like that to actually do like some serious heavy rock
Right.
climbing type stuff.
Cool.
Maybe we'll get to the cave before we get to the bit that'll kill us. That'd be good.
So should we do the athletics?
Yes, please. Highest and lowest.
I'm gonna think I'm the lowest, or with Liam together.
We're equal, so just roll for me.
I've got one that looks like it's the lowest. I need one that's the highest.
Well, I can roll. I'm at disadvantage, but I'll roll, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead, Frant. Go ahead and roll. I think disadvantage is worse than the. Oh, you have +7. It's debatable. I think Elril is worse than yours. So, go ahead and is that the best person for athletics? Does anybody have better than that?
I mean, I don't have disadvantage to it, but I definitely don't have as good of a modifier.
Yeah, so if you have a +2 or higher, go ahead and roll. Okay, I guess that's it. Frant and Outeril, Frant's trying to head up the pack and lead you to safety. And you manage to make it up the hike, but it's pretty strenuous, and he doesn't manage to make you guys move as swiftly through this. So it's going to be a pretty treacherous journey going up.
Safety first.
As you're hiking and going up, you come to a pretty steep cliff, and as you're trying to come up it, Elril, you kind of slip and fall, and Frant desperately tries to grab you, and he does, but you manage to get a little bit banged up on the rocks and stuff, and suffering scrapes and bruises and cuts and things. You'll take 4 points of slashing and bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that hurt.
Watch yourself, Longshanks.
You come up to what appears to be a temple of some sorts, entrance, kind of embedded into the mountainside. you can see a symbol that looks vaguely like a snowflake resting on top of a silver metal rod way up in the air, announcing the temple's entrance.
So, is this it? It's kind of a temple and a library in one? They worship books?
That might be it.
You're nowhere near the peak at the moment. You're about.
But it said on the paper that it was going to be a cave.
Let's keep going, Mr. Frant.
Alrighty. Sure is a good day for a climb. I'm looking forward to keeping going. And watch yourselves.
Go ahead and give me a general survival roll to see if you can find it as you're getting up to the appropriate height.
I got you.
Yeah, so you come to what appears to be a cave entrance, and you can see it's got kind of polished stone. It seems like there's been a little bit of workmanship towards the entrance of this cave. On the side, you see some writing that says this.
Can anyone read that? What's standing there above the entrance?
I can't.
What does it say?
If you can't, nobody can understand it, so it just says
Just-
what it says.
Well, that's interesting. Nobody has the ability to read any old language, do they? There
I
was
don't
one
know.
guy who could do that I went with last time.
Mirage, what can you do, miss?
Well, I can do this, and she's gonna create a minor illusion in her hand of a scarab beetle.
That's not very helpful. And Obsidian,
But it looks cute.
Yes,
So
I
it's-
do a lot of illusion magic. It's my specialty.
Illusions. Alrighty. Well, this may be the place, except every single book could be written in this script, and we won't understand a single one of them.
Then
Great.
we'll see
We
if
didn't
can
any-
grab some with us.
We didn't bring anybody who can actually read. That's a good start if you go into a library.
Well,
We
well,
bring all the brutes to the library because we want people to be educated.
I mean,
Sure, I like to be educated as much as the next half orc, but I like somebody to be actually translate the thing for me so I can understand it.
wouldn't it make sense for it to be in Gnomish? Since the gnomes are the ones that sent us here, yes?
Well, I don't read Gnomish either, so.
Yeah, you would see a cave opening.
Okay. Obsidian just says, Obsidian says screw it and tries walking inside.
Oh,
Maybe there's somebody here to meet us.
The cave opens forward, and there's a terrible stench of rot and old meat left out for days and days on end that kind of permeates the air. In front of you, you see a glowing white, kind of translucent outline on the cave wall. And there appears to be kind of a makeshift door of some sort.
All right, this is the place, okay? Okay, fine. Where's the books? Through the door or through that weird glowing thing?
Obsidian walks up to the glowing thing and tries saying hello.
Nothing happens. You can see arcane sigils and stuff kind of embedded in kind of the wall around it.
Obsidian makes fire in his right hand and says hello again.
Nothing happens.
Oh,
Can I read these symbols, or can I discern their nature?
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana. It appears that they're simultaneously binding runes for the outside and the inside. It keeps stuff from intermixing. It's a barrier. If you take it down, stuff from the inside will be able to get out, and stuff from the outside will be able to get in. You have a vague notion of how to take it down.
Okay, so this is what is locking the door in. But it's also locking the door from the inside.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. If you lock a door, you can't open it from either side.
I'm sorry, I'll try to tell it better. It's both keeping us out and keeping something inside from getting out.
As I say, that's the nature of a lock. A door is locked from both sides or neither. That's just how it is.
Can I discern if the lock is put on from the outside, or if it maybe would be existing on the other side as well?
Sorry, say that again?
Is this runes that are just written on this side, or is this a two-part lock that has a corresponding
You wouldn't
side
know
on
that.
the inner side?
You wouldn't know
All right. Well, we came this far, and we have
I wanna
already
poke
lost
it.
some ghost.
yeah, Obsidian pokes the glowy stuff.
that. You see the cave kind of tremble a little bit.
The entire
Okay.
cave trembles.
All right. Keep ready, because I don't know if this will trigger a trap or something, or if I'm gonna be turned into stone. Please don't smash me in that case. And I'm gonna try to undo the lock.
Alright, go ahead and give me an Arcana. So you mess with the ruins, and you don't seem to be very elegant in how you're doing it, and you think you made a mistake. All of a sudden, the cave kind of lurches. There's a huge kind of almost like an earthquake kind of sound, and vibrations up from the ground. All of a sudden, the entrance to the cave is covered in rocks, trapping you guys inside the cave.
Oh, now look what you've gone and done.
I told you to be ready.
Wait, did you say there was another door?
No, there's only one.
Okay.
Just kind of vaguely door-like barrier.
Obsidian remembers screwing with sigils earlier, and oh, does this look anything like the tentacle sigils? The thing that captured us earlier that was red?
White. No.
No? Okay.
Fran will sigh and just mutter under his breath about magic and foolishness and start clearing the rubble.
It appears as though each time that you try to move a rock, a new rock falls in its place. It appears as though the entrance to this place is fervently, and probably, unless if you get a large task force or some magical aid, probably going to be a couple days at the very least to unbury you. Maybe quite longer.
Light.
There's some light in the cave from the doorway. That sheds dim light to 30 feet.
Is the inner door still closed?
It is still closed. You can attempt to unlock it again with Arcana.
I want to try. I'm pretty good with messing up that. Maybe I can mess up this one too. It's what I did earlier in that big bubble thingy.
I'm gonna assist Obsidian with trying to mess with that.
I'm not proficient.
Well,
No help then. So Obsidian, go ahead and roll.
I'm just
Alright.
gonna try and brace in case rocks fall from the ceiling.
Obsidian, you somehow uncharacteristically managed to understand exactly what these runes are doing and their locking mechanism. And you touch them, and as you're navigating them and messing with them, the door kind of swings open and the glowing lights kind of fade.
I told you guys I could mess up magics. And don't worry, if we're trapped in here for a few more days, after I take a long nap, I can make water forever.
There appears to be a tunnel going downwards. The stench of death and rot and decay is ever stronger as this doorway swings open and you go further down.
Obsidian kind of covers his nostrils, says, "Come on, guys," and then rushes down the tunnel.
What kind of rotting library is this? I mean, it's got like books that have now died and are smelling like this bad.
I'm more concerned that it's the librarians that are smelling bad.
Yeah, I don't know what decaying gnomes smell like, but okay, let's keep going.
I'm
Alright.
sure a decaying gnome would smell just about like any other decaying thing.
I'm gonna put my dragon in the pocket dimension so it doesn't have to smell this foul stench. Do we have light, or does anyone not have can't see in the dark?
I have light, so I can just
Yeah, I
carry
do
a
as well.
living torch.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't have light, I can give you like on your shield or on your weapon or something.
Can I grab one of the rocks and cast light on it?
Hey,
Um,
I have a rock of
Mirage,
light as
by the way.
well. Hello?
okay, the map's not loading real fast. One sec. So one sec. Gotta wait for it to generate the map in here. I copy pasted the image, so it should be anytime now. This is actually ridiculous. I don't know what to do. The map's not loading in my images and maps folder.
Well, how long do you think we're gonna be stuck in this cave?
I don't know.
Well, I reckon it'll take at least a couple of days to clear them rocks. So here's hoping there's some other way out.
Here's hoping that we don't have to fight anything for a longer time.
Don't worry. If we have to, as long as I'm alive, after a long nap, like the ones that we take at night, I can make us food and water.
And then we're still trapped. I don't see how survival is helping if we're still trapped.
Mr. Frant can move the rocks, right, Mr. Frant? And that can help us bear.
I think I have an idea.
If we come across anything of importance, I can create a script. It'll just take me a short time to copy what's exactly in the book.
So you can create a script, but you can't read this script.
I can't read it, but it doesn't stop me from copying it. Then we bring it back to town within the next 10 or so days, and we'll be set.
10 or so days. Well, we may be lucky, I guess.
Well, we could always
Alright.
try to copy the runes exactly, but I find a little magic persuasion seems to help.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Oh, oops. I didn't snap a grid yet. I got the map to load though, so that's good. So just give me like 2 more seconds and that should be fine.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, we could probably just bring the book along. I'm always overcomplicating things.
The door in front of you is open. There appears to be large stacks of books filling and bookshelves and stuff filling that hallway. This hallway, there's also large stacks of bookshelves as well as desks and various other sorts of things. You can see or you can hear to the west a rumbling sound, and the entire cavern kind of shakes a little bit. You can go ahead and move. We're not in combat at the moment. You go ahead and move, and when you're done moving your speed, you can wait 6 seconds and then move again.
Keep
So
your
s-
eyes open.
The door on the left's open, and then there's a door in front of us that isn't. Is that right?
The door in front of you is open. Both of them are open. Both
Okay.
of the rooms that are revealed are open. It's just books and books and books and books.
Should we begin looking through all the books for anything specific?
I mean, what language are the books?
You can pick one up if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, so as you pick up a random book from the shelf, you can feel kind of a force as you're pulling the book kind of resist your pull, and you kind of have to hold it really close to you as you're holding it open. The language that book apparently seems to be in is this. And it says, I guess I can give you the title.
I'm gonna show it around to the others. Can anyone read this?
Oh, I can.
Okay, what does it say? What is this book about?
This book is all about the flora and fauna of the southern region of the marsh. Well, I find that rather useful, yes?
Yes, it's very useful.
Can I flip into like about 3 pages in and just find a random flora or fauna?
Yeah, you can. There appears to be several plants and animals inside of it.
Is there any illustrations or just documentary?
It's
kinda?
purely just text.
If there's any illustrations, or if Raz shares this, Frant will just start unpacking his pouches and getting random plants out and saying,
Does it say anything about this one?
of all the ones that he picked up in the marsh.
Yeah, there's occasionally on certain pages and stuff like that, there's like bits and samples from like plants and like maybe like a tooth from an animal, but for the most part, it's pretty just text heavy.
Obsidian, there's books in this room too, right?
Oh yeah, there's books all over, tons and tons of books.
Obsidian just picks up a random ass book and attempts to read it.
Okay, one sec. One up here says.
Noticing that he can't read it, he just kind of chucks it to the side and picks up the next book.
Okay. As you chuck it to the side, you see a mysterious thing. The book disappears and reappears automatically in the shelf.
Whoa.
This one.
Does me carrying the book any further into the room change anything? The book I was holding?
The further away you get from the bookshelf, the more force it tries to swing back to the bookshelf with. And eventually it's too much for you and it just flies through the air and puts itself back in its place.
Frant's going to go around the bookshelves looking for anything in a language he can understand, which is Common, Orcish, and Deep Speech.
Yeah, one sec.
Just reading some spines.
There's one book.
If you find anything you think might be in any of the primordials or Sylvan, just call me over.
Was that Deep Speech?
At this point, Obsidian is just going to just kind of walk along the wall looking for anything written in draconic runes or the flowing script of the Sylvan language.
Liam is gonna keep his eye more open to see if there's anything else but books in here.
appears to be mostly books at the moment. Anybody else have a request for going through books and trying to find one in a certain language?
Yes, Primordial would like, Mirage would like to look for one in Primordial that wasn't the one she was already holding.
I want to keep reading this book.
That is a great book.
Well, Frank will have a quick flick through this one. It doesn't seem to be particularly useful to him, but
So you'll also notice that in a lot of these books, their pages and stuff are missing. There's liquid kind of spills where somebody was a little bit too sloppy and messy with them. But otherwise, they're in pretty good care for. You think that a lot of these books are probably fairly old.
Obsidian's flipping through the book that he picked up and looking for a step 1 or a step 2 or anything like that.
Does that
I'm close enough. I flipped to step 2.
do I see any kind of order of the books? Like, are there ordered like size, volume, language, or seems it complete? Does it seem completely random?
Sorry, say that again.
Is there any order to whether or how the books are stored? Is there like a section with that language and another section with another language, or are they like sorted by color, by size?
Yeah, so you can give me a intelligence check to see if you can recognize any kind of rhyme or reason to this.
Is there a step 3 to this book?
Yeah, but any further, and you're gonna do that outside of the session.
Okay.
Long previous step to do that. So, yeah, you
How
have the sense that there is a specific order. It's just you're not insane enough to be able to wrap your mind around how the books are placed. Whoever kept this library was very diligent, but they were also very clearly insane, based off of how things are ordered about. Their mind did not work like a normal mind.
DM just had a brilliant idea. We're in a library with a lot of books. He's gonna search for a hidden passage because there's a lot of books to pull on, and why not just start pulling on them?
You would be here for a long time trying to pull them individually.
can
I'm gonna search a close by wall.
Okay, give me an investigation.
How dark is it inside here?
Interestingly, there's little tiny glowing crystal lights dangling from the ceilings that radiates dim light in various colors. The entire area is radiant.
Frank's wandering around looking for a book in any of the language that he understands, which is called
How to rid the world of evil creatures that shouldn't be on this plane of existence, quickly.
or something.
A book exactly called that, or a book just kind of like that?
Oh, that kind of thing, like evil creatures or aberrations, whatever. Being a monster hunter, he's just interested in that stuff, and like how to, their weaknesses or whatever. I mean, he's just looking for a book of, an encyclopedia of things or something.
And he said undercommon, deep speech, and common?
Common Orcish deep speech.
Common, Orcish, deep speech. Let me find one. And you get the sense that there are several entries in his encounters with something that he calls a Umber Hulk.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to meet one of them. Umber Hulk.
And Fran's interested in. He just kind of reads on till other people do stuff.
Is there any more to this library further on, or does it just end at the grace areas?
Sorry, I should have shown you that door when Obsidian came in. There's a door there. And you're not able to find secret doors or passages.
Darn.
Should we maybe stop reading and start exploring? See if you find another entrance?
I
Or
could spend
another exit?
years in here and not be able to read everything. I think we should move on.
I agree. We better not split up.
Obsidian, where are you?
Is the door over?
What?
The one down to the left of Obsidian.
The door there is just a metal door, simple, not ornate. There's no visible markings on it. There appears to be a small little lever that you can pull to kind of bring it towards you.
Okay, so it's closed. I reach out for the lever.
It swings open. You see a passageway going west and one going north.
Obsidian, where are you?
Where are we headed off to?
And I just kind of follow this path.
As you're going this way, you can see visibly there's kind of like little shelves here and there, but the walls seem to be, the stone itself seems to be carrying kind of like rotten lichen and moss and all kinds of nasty fungi and stuff.
Obsidian, you shouldn't be running around.
There's a large noise coming from the northwest.
From my northwest? Is there a wall that way?
Yeah, just generally northwest area. You just see a corridor right now. There's a wall towards your north right now.
Oh, there is a wall to my north. I'll take a left then.
Do you think he went through this door?
Frant, do you have obsidian by you?
Stop. I need
Fran's just kind of buried in his book back
need-
here.
I need everybody to give me initiative.
Oh. Whoops.
What do you mean, whoops? You did this.
Umber Hulks. So not Amber Hulks, Umber Hulks. Big, but kind of underground.
And you see something that looks vaguely like an earth elemental, except for it's got kind of like crumbling sand coming off of it. That's kind of stained black, kind of rot, and you can see just generally rot permeates this entire elemental body.
I want to study it, but it's gonna kill me. Oh.
Liam,
I'm gonna keep going forward, trying to look for obsidian. Obsidian, where are you? Where are you, obsidian? Let's see. That's it. That's how far I can get.
I'm just gonna casually slip past Liam there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd make it to just in front of him. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna stand behind him. And I'm gonna cast a minor illusion right here to be like boards in front of the hallway there, so that nothing is gonna come after, or nothing can go through it without thinking there's boards in front of the way.
It's his turn. He is going to go ahead, and you're going to see him rip a piece of his body off and chuck it straight at you. And it kind of explodes with a necrotic blast of energy. And you're going to see him kind of step out of the way here from your sight for the second. Eladriel.
Do we hear this crashing of earth?
Yeah, it'd be pretty loud.
Obsidian, are you alright?
Okay, we heard the crash. Fran's gonna go, what the hell? Where did they go? I'm trying to do some honest research here. And he'll follow around.
Is there a wall where there's gray where I put the arrows?
Yes, there's a wall.
Alright, I couldn't see it.
Well, Obsidian's going to do the dumb thing and just kind of. Well, first he's going to check the hall. Does he see any other big-ish things?
Not that you can see.
Okay, he's going to step into the room.
There, you see a hole in the ground.
Oh,
You see
okay.
a hole in the ground right there.
Oh, lovely. How high is the ceiling?
It appears to be about 15 feet tall.
Okay, that's more than big enough. As nobody can see, Obsidian turns into a big bear with no health. And readies an action to claw out at that earth elemental if it comes up again.
Puff. Frant.
Oh, okay. Frant is going to, as a bonus action, he's going to drink a weird potion that he's brewed for himself. Because he doesn't know what's ahead. And then he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. And then he's going to look down this corridor and say, a 5-foot barrier. I guess the gnomes didn't want you to go down that way, even though you can see straight over the top of it. And then he's going to go up this way. See what's going on. That's probably as far as he can get. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, well, you can dash, so I'll have a look here, and then he'll see this. There's a bear there, and he'll go, all right, yeah, of course, it had to be him.
Can I give player inspiration to you, Fran, for interacting with my barrier?
Okay, thanks.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20. I'm going to dash up behind Frant, and that's my turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, Mirage, you're going to see the entire cavern kind of shake. And all of a sudden, the tunnel that you're going through gets a lot wider. It's about 10 feet wide now. The stones towards the north are ripped making a tunnel straight through. As this guy appears.
All right. Well, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna head up after everyone else. And holy mother of shit, it's Bob's big cousin.
You're at -2 to attack it with a range attack, by the way.
Well, I'm gonna do it at a -2. I'm not gonna do it at a -2. Guys, it's over there, right there. And I'm gonna stay in this corner for now.
Okay. He's going to take another piece of his body off and chuck it down the hallway, right at this corner. And seemingly a billow of necrotic energy is going to spread out and affect the bear and everyone else near.
I'll if you want to roll advantage on my save, I'll use my inspiration, Damon.
I would like to do that as well if it's gonna hit me.
All right, go ahead and toggle advantage if you can. If not, I can just manually do it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. And with that, everybody besides Frant take that much damage. And you see kind of a billowing rot kind of appear on your guys' bodies. Mushrooms even poking out, and Morale, as she goes down and her head hits the ground, you see the rot kind of spring forth from her body and kind of anthropomorphize into a solid living creature. One sec. And you see something that looks like that kind of spring forth from the rot. And he's going to move forward. Elril.
Okay, I'm gonna dash. And that's it.
Obsidian.
So there's just a hole in the ground next to me.
So there's no wall. So that red arrow, that wall is gone completely.
Oh, okay. I'll kind of shift over here. Which squares is it in exactly?
It's here. I'll just shift it so it's better there.
Ah, excellent. As the big bear swipes out with its or bites at it first, and then swipes out with his claws. And then bonus action. How much health did it do with that? It did 16. I had 11 left. Okay. Bonus action using a first level slot to do the wild shape heal. Form healing. And that is my turn.
Frant.
Fran chats. I hope somebody's got some more of that healing drop stuff. And he will attack the unidentified creature. Okay, and then he's going to he's going to take an attack of opportunity, I guess. If the UC wants to make one.
Yep. Here's it. He hits. Shielding or anything?
No. Okay, and he's going to say, this thing hits damn hard. And he's going to take cover behind this wall that still exists, I think. Does this wall still exist?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so he's just going to, in case the thing does its nastiness again, he's just going to hide behind that wall. Say, I don't know, guys. Goddamn kobolds.
Well, just to be clear, the red arrow, those walls don't exist. That wall right there, that piece of wall still does exist. It's just the red arrow that's going through. Right
Yeah,
now.
I'm hiding behind the sidewall, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but that's my idea of kind of
Yeah.
taking cover in case he decides to blast us all again, basically.
So Meryl, give me a death save in the tower, please.
Yep.
Puff, nope. He's gonna go ahead and take 2 slam attacks on Obsidian. Attack 1. Hits. And then attack 2. You're out of your bear form, I guess.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I am. I'm on
Okay.
the ground.
Alright, and here is and with that, your body is lifeless, no more. Liam.
I just saw Obsidian get smushed. This is absolutely not a good scenario. This is absolutely not a good scenario. I'm gonna cast Dragon Breath on myself. And there's a zombie right there. Or crazy thing, person. Oh lord, this is so bad. VM is gonna go up here. Or is it this square? This square. Can I shoot it so I hit the zombie and the thing without hitting Mira, or will I hit Mira if I hit the zombie?
You will hit Mara if you hit the zombie, more than likely. I don't think you can
Alright,
position the coin. to hit
just
both,
the unknown creature then.
Alright. And it's a bummer.
I'm trying to find the damage for it. And that's it. That's my turn.
Why did that do half? Oh yeah, it did half damage, but he's save. Okay, never mind. Okay. Obsidian's dead. Eldril.
I'm gonna try to save Mirage.
Okay, go ahead.
3.
You're giving
I'm
him
gonna-
a big berry?
Cure
Something.
wounds at 2nd level.
Cure wounds? Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk back again. And bonus action hacks the zombie.
You can't do that. Oh, you already cast one level
Oh
spell.
yeah. What?
You already cast one leveled spell this turn with Cure Light Wounds, right?
Oh, okay, then I
Okay.
can't. Alright. Then can I curse? Bonus action curse the unidentified creature?
Yeah, you can do that.
Alrighty.
The zombie just saw you breathe. He's gonna go after the weakest target, which is Liam. He hits, so he's shielding.
I do not have shield, so yes, feel free to smack me as hard as you can. Holy shit, I lost concentrations already. Oh lord.
Mara. Don't forget to put your exhaustion on for your death save failure.
Yep. I've not got the effect set up yet. Just a sec. And Fantasy Grounds has stalled.
Can somebody else just put exhaustion on him?
I'll try.
On Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage, yes.
Got you.
Alright, Mirage, take your turn.
Yep. Alright, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can make it there. I'm going to Magic Missile. Sorry I've caused so many issues this game.
No, it's alright.
And I'm going to back up through Eloril. Thank you very, very much for pulling me back up.
Okay, Frank's gonna just step around here, smash the zombie with his big sword. So you can go that way. Be next to the zombie either way, really. Don't know which one the zombie's in. But anyway. Hack. Hit. And take cover from the unidentified creature's evil shard throwing.
Well, that's exactly what he's gonna do. So,
So probably a good move then.
Can
so
one use Tides of Chaos to get advantage on saving throws?
can you link Tides of Chaos? I think it tells you that you can, but I'm not 100% sure.
Attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Yes. I'm gonna have that activated then.
Just hunkering down behind this rubble.
I'll give you. I'm not gonna give you straight up advantage, but I'll give you +2 to your save, Fran, as you have some cover, but it's not complete because he's actually
Sure.
chucking a chard and it's gonna hit you still, just not point blank.
Please
No.
kill the zombie.
Yep. Oh, nice. Liam similarly rot and stuff as he goes down. Stuff springs forth from his body, and another zombie pops in. And he is going to
More of them.
forward, and that's his turn. This one is going to just attack Liam, I guess. And miss. Puff is Liam. Give me a death save in the tower, please.
It's coming.
Okay, Elril.
1 step forward. Hex. And blast the guy. Alrighty, and then move back.
Alright. He is going to attack Liam. And hit. And Liam, your turn. Give me a death save in the tower, please. Bugger. Frant.
Okay, Fran's going to go to here, and then he's going to feed Liam a good berry.
Liam appears to not be responding to it.
Okay. And then he's going to... That other wall wasn't good enough, so he's going to try this one.
Alright.
But Zombie 2 gets an attack of opportunity if he wishes.
They're too slow. They don't have reactions.
Okay.
They're not just straight up zombies. I'm using a stat block, but they're supposed to be modified a little bit.
Sure.
He is going to move up to about here and cause some more damage to the structural integrity of this cavern. And now, in addition to the arrow that I've already drawn, this entire area around him is just completely demolished. Here, I'll draw rough. All of those walls are gone. Elril.
Just blast him.
Nice.
Just a normal crit, but it should do it. Yep, it
Oh,
does.
well done.
You see the rot and bitten pieces of him kind of fall apart. There's little chunks that just fall, and a big waft of nastiness gunk throws into the air, and you guys all have to keep yourself from throwing up in your mouths, but it's not terrible. It's just you're rewarded. Okay, and the zombies
I'm gonna
seem
move
to be
in front of Mira.
the zombies seem to be visibly falling to pieces as each turn comes by. Okay, Mara, go ahead and take your turn.
Going to 1, 2, 3 step through Elril. Cast another. Where to go? Magic Missile at Zombie 2. And then I'm going to back out behind Elril.
This one's gonna move. Actually, there's a big hulking map obscuring their ability to move there, so he's gonna try to run up to where Faz is and attack Faz. Or not, attack Frant.
Come on, you great shambling idiot.
That's his damage.
Okay.
This one's gonna spend its turn trying to climb on top of the pile and end its turn there. And top of the round, Elril.
I'm gonna draw my X, move my hex to him, and hit it.
Okay.
And move forward to zombie 2.
There's stuff clouding the ground, so it's difficult terrain.
So half movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is dead. Frant.
All right, you damn. I don't know what you are. Some kind of spore zombie rot fuck. Time to die.
And Frant just buries Sheila right in the zombie's skull. And as he twists it out, he twists the thing's neck off and it falls to the ground.
Alright, so I'm just gonna completely unmask this because there's nothing hostile left in here. And I need to speed things along. Nobody's down, that's actually on death saves. Obsidian, Liam are both dead. You can search this place if you want. Just give me an investigation check. Roughly what you're going to find is that the first few rooms have lots of books in them, but as you go further in, there's what looks to be planar summoning circles and various kinds of dimensional shackles and things like that. Not the items, but magical equipment and things like that that keeps in extra planar creatures. And artificy kind of workshops and things like that, and kind of vials and ingredients and stuff all throughout this complex. In fact, you'll eventually stumble upon a single room that has what appears to be some sort of teleportation-like device that seems to be in like a working stage, like somebody was trying to prototype something.
There's some kind of. I mean, why are they summoning people to this plane? We should be getting rid of them. This is craziness.
So yeah, if you give me an investigation check just to see what you can find, that'd be great.
Who's the intelligent one here? Not me.
Not me.
I suppose I can. I'm rather good at looking through libraries and old tomes. That's investigation in the tower, yeah?
Yes, please. There appears to be throughout, you find a lot of things that appear to be useful at first glance, but aren't really. You find 2 potions with a blue kind of liquid inside. You find a scroll of Raise Dead. And you find what appears to be a potion with a reddish liquid inside, which you'll be able to identify later on as a potion of greater healing.
Person who plays Liam. Since we found a scroll of Raise Dead and Buddha has already re-rolled, would you like to have your character raise dead?
I don't know if I can even consider that option. Like, this is something that you guys who found it have to decide.
Do you have a will?
There is a will for Liam.
What's it say?
A moment.
As for what the potion and demonic enhancements do, I think I identified it for you, but here's the potion and its effect.
Oh, fun.
Francis is going to sit in the corner with his Amber Hulk book and just basically short rest while the investigation and stuff's going on.
I should mention that as long as if you're in the room that the books are that you found the books in, that you can read them, but as soon as you move outside of where the room is, the book kind of stops and disappears and reappears on the shelf.
Yeah, fine. I'm just in the same book as the same
Alright,
room as the books, and I'm just basically resting because I've taken a fair bit of damage. If that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, if you want a short rest, I can give you guys a short rest. Short rest there.
Well, Liam didn't write anything in his will. If he wants to be brought back from the dead.
Well, I guess he wants to stay dead then. That's some people. That's the way it is for some of these people. I mean, I don't mind.
Well, shall we divide his items among us if we bury him? That's as his will states.
If that's what he wants.
All right. I need to kind of speed things along. So I'm going to give you the short and skinny. There's no feasible way out of this cave except for there's a mock experimental kind of prototype teleportation device that you think might work. You're going to need to roll Arcana checks to see if you can get it to work. There is a rough kind of sketches and stuff that you can kind of try to piece together. So if one of you guys wants to give me that, that would be great. But the session has gone on a lot longer than I intended it to because we got a lot of random rolls on the way
Yeah,
through.
loads of random rolls.
Lots
A
of
lot of
encounters.
dead people.
Either of you two any
Nope.
decent at Arcana?
It's all just magic to me. I wish it didn't exist, but it does. So, whatever.
And I guess I'm coming into handy here as I'm gonna do Arcana checks.
Okay, you actually managed to get it kind of working, you think, but you're a little bit hesitant to say that it's fully functional. And a kind of a cylinder of light kind of appears in the center of the room where the circle's at. You have the vague notion that if you step in, it will take you someplace else.
So this will take it. We'll be able to get out if we go in that light. Is that what you're saying?
I believe so. I do not know where we will end up, but we will most certainly not be here anymore.
All right. Well, it's got to be better than here.
And Fran steps through.
as you're stepping through, you feel some sort of strange conniption as you become poisoned for 1d4 hours. So
Okay.
that is 3 hours. And as you step into the other side, you appear in what should be a familiar-looking workshop, which appears to be the Twist Flows workshop, about a few hexes southeast of Ruined Oak, in the top level floor.
Yeah, sure. Fran hasn't been there, but obviously Phineas has, so I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
God damn it, gnomes! What the? You told us to go to that library, and there was this kind of rot elemental there, and he killed people. And then we got out, and there ain't even any useful books there. I mean, God damn it! Who the heck are you, and where am I?
So Elril and Mirage, are you stepping through?
As soon as I see him disappear, I just sprint behind him.
Seeing as nobody else is present, I'm going to also follow. Can I drag Liam's body through?
Yeah, you can
put
drag-
bodies through, actually.
You can drag bodies through, it's fine. None of those make sense, so yeah, so Mirage, you feel your height shortened to half of its current height. This effect will last a full 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
And you cast mirror. You have mirror images of yourself appear, Elril, as though the mirror image spell was cast on you.
Okay.
Okay. And so with that, I mean, the hex crawl back to town to Ruined Oak is actually pretty short. And the gnomes are pretty friendly. You guys have gotten to know them pretty well, so I'm good to just say we end the session there. If everyone's cool with it.
It's fine. Thanks, Damon.
Yeah, thank you for
Yes.
coming. Sorry, it was a little bit
Yeah.
more lethal. That encounter, if you guys would have had a kind of a little bit more strategic approach, probably wouldn't have ended up in anybody's dying, I think,
Well,
personally.
If we didn't have a kobold who just said like, "I will explore alone."
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Nah.
what happened the first time I adventured with Buddha. He just went off on his own and found a green dragon. So I'm used to it. To be honest.
Good job, Buddha.
You
Buddha,
like
did
dragons,
Obsidian
right,
have a
Buddha?
will?
Yeah, but he didn't have anything. Or no, I don't think. No, he didn't even have a will.
So I really do have to go, so I'm just gonna say a couple closing remarks. Thank you everyone for coming. The items are in the party sheet. If you want to split them up, figure out who gets them, that would be lovely. And just make sure to mark your character and what you were there for. Thank you all for coming. Take care. Hope to see you around.
Thanks,
I'm
everybody.
gonna be posting
Thanks,
all the
Damon.
golden.
You've left the battlefield behind you, staggering away, concentrating on the almost impossible business of putting one foot in front of the other. You leave the bodies of friend and foe alike to the crows, unable to face the relentless gaze of death once more. You're one of the lucky ones. You're alive. You have to carry on, to keep going for the hopes of the dead you left on that field. You did everything you could, but it was not enough to save those who died there. You lurch, walking without thinking towards safety, your home, White Moon Cove. Impossibly, your faltering feet bring you into town, and you stumble into the Axe and Thistle. Mutter your order to Perrin, the innkeeper, and sit at a crowded table. The noise of the throng swallows you, but as you study the froth on top of your drink, hardly having the strength to raise the tankard to your lips, you hear a commotion behind you. Mayor Barrow Godwin is elbowing his way through the main room of the Axe and Thistle to jovial catcalls and heckling. He leaps atop his usual table and quietens the crowd.
All right, lads and lasses, settle down, settle down. Now, I do not mean to interrupt the celebrations for too long. The gods know we've all earned it. But these sodding fish people have left a stain on our lands and on our spirits. The morale of the people of Ruined Oak, and even us here in White Moon Cove, has taken a cruel blow after the attacks, especially when they kicked us out of our own town. This situation needs to be remedied, and fast. So, I am hereby announcing Arena Week! Competition for everyone to usher in a new era of peace and prosperity. Well, maybe not peace with you lot around, but you know what I mean. A challenge for the greatest warriors and mightiest mages. And you lot who are just off the boat as well, we won't forget you. There will be prizes galore. Gather all your friends and allies for a week of frolics and mayhem. It's up to you, band of hooligans and magicians, to put on a show and remind them all who we really are. I'm expected to have my blooming socks knocked off. But first, a toast to our conquering heroes.
You notice that Barrow and all those around you are looking at you. Perhaps you are a hero after all.
All ashore, let's go in ashore.
As you and your shipmates step onto the rickety pier and look ahead, you see the buildings of your new home huddled against the shoreline, hunkering down against tribulation, as if they're not meant to be there. You're not sure you're meant to be here either. The gruff voice of a half-orc shakes you from your reverie.
Move along, into the tavern. The mayor wants to inspect the latest batch of fresh meat.
Taking a moment to find your land legs after the 3 months at sea from Candlekeep, you stumble up the hill and find a nondescript building. Outside hangs the sign of a crossed axe and thistleflower. Inside, it's anything but anonymous. You realise how cold you have been until now, as the warmth of the inn surrounds you. You also remember how fresh the sea air is, as your nose is assailed by stenches of all kinds, as many as the exotic-looking inhabitants who sweep you into their ebb and flow. You stumble to the bar, looking up and seeing an elf sitting on the ceiling, nonchalantly reading a book. A large table has been carved into a relief map of what you can only surmise is the local area, and the names. On the wall are hundreds of names, the names of the dead explorers who have gone before you. You realise the place has gone quiet, as a young dwarf has leapt onto a nearby table.
Friends, we have guests. I'm sure you've noticed them. They're the ones staring around them in panic, wondering what they've done to end up with you, sorry lot. Stand up, Barrow. Oh, that never gets old, does it? I'm a dwarf, so I must be sitting down. Very funny.
Given the way the unruly host around you has silenced, you can only guess that this is Mayor Barrow Godwin.
Now, people, these lads and lasses are here to help our town prosper, to help us expand our borders, and to stop our sheep being eaten by whatever the hell keeps eating them. Oh, that's your first job. No mutton is no joke. Now, you make them feel at home. Some of them are from Baldur's Gate, so you can rip them off and rob them blind. No, you know I'm joking. These folks will be with us for years to come, unless they end up with the names on the wall, and we've all got friends up there. So let's have a toast. To the new blood!
You notice the mayor is looking directly at you as the motley bunch around you drink your health. He vaults off the table and lands in front of you.
You look the likeliest of a likely bunch. No time like the present. Get your crew together and come over to the map table. I have a few problems that need sorting out. But first, what's your name?